Alright, welcome back to Surviving as a Trader in Space. We got the Havelock all locked in and merged to our ship. Now it's time to design it. And of course, to design it, we're going to do something we haven't done in a while. And that's going to be a time lapse. So enjoy. Right, so as much as I want to join in this little battle here between a Reaver and I'm not sure what this is, but looks like a transport ship of some kind. We're gonna kind of forego that for now. If they stick around long enough, then we'll take a look at it. All right, so we finally did merge in the entire ship, our ship at least, with the Havelock right back here. And of course, we designed it, we colored it, and did as much as we can to it to make it look decently on our current ship. And of course, obviously, the things you can see in time lapses were some of the redesigning here, putting some thrusters, putting some turrets and everything like that. I mean, there's some minor things you couldn't really see, so here's kind of like the details of it right here. Where we did some paint job to it, we did some assault cannons, and that's that thing going crazy. So it's got everything. Oop, there goes the sun. But everything's painted, the gold color, a little bit of blue, and we kept the whites on here as well. Got rid of all the atmospheric thrusters, kept the hydrogen tanks and hydrogen thrusters, added a few if necessary. More or less the large ones. So you have 2 large bottom ones, 1 large side ones on each side. And then we get the 2 over here that we done previously too. Added the Gatlins, so additional weaponry just in case. And that weaponry more or less could get burned down by this thing, but it's far away enough from it. I should put at least 1 lower and 1 higher or something like that. But yeah, bit of redesign to that point. We got more assault cannons up here as well. And the remaining is kind of what we left previously. We should put an antenna on here, but for now, we're just going to leave it alone. We still have that remote control here, which we probably want to get rid of. We're not going to put antenna up. But the more difficult thing to do was kind of trying to attach it and redesign right down here. We also did add a little bit more weapons down here as well. Can't really see it, but we did add it there, and we capped it with some panels. Actually, we could have capped it with actual caps, but we just left it as that. We try to leave as much as we can from the original ship with the jump drive and everything like that, as you see. And then we just merged it right over here and designed these slopes pieces so that it covers it up a little bit better. And overall, it was a little difficult to do, but it doesn't look too bad. It was too squared before, which is still there, the squared pieces with my ship. But now we redesigned it so that it have more connection points, less weak spots and things like that, so it won't come off. I highly doubt it came off anyways. And then we just, pretty much rounded it out a little bit more to make it look decent. And so far, so good. And you can kind of tell where the difference is in terms of the connection points. And of course, the coloring definitely helped a lot. And that's the outside. Inside, we cleared out the hangar a little bit. And you'll see here, we put a hangar door this time around, so we can actually put some kind of ship in here, whether a large ship or a small ship. Either one works fine. A small grid ship or a large grid ship, either one will work fine. I noticed I just missed the color right there. We'll deal with that later. We got a hangar, so we could easily put a smaller ship here if we need to. And we can put a connector right over here if we need, in that case. We did load up this spot with some air vents, although we don't necessarily need air vents, but we just load it up anyways just in case. We have our buttons on both sides and the outside, so we can just click on this, close the hangar doors. You'll notice a hidden thing here. This is a large cargo container. Now we have 2 in our ship. We load up some gyroscopes right here just to make this thing more maneuverable. And we have a ton of connection points. So the thrusters on top or downwards are right up here. It just needed this coverage. I lost a little space here, but it's fine. I had to connect the hydrogen thrusters on top and make sure it gets covered up for the air. So I did also install a new mod as well, which I thought I installed previously, but I did it. And it's called Leak Finder. So if you have an issue with a leak, which I did originally, but I changed things up and everything looks fine. For an example, we open that up and we go to Leak Finder. Hit find. You'll see a line that goes to and leads to where that leak is. So very nifty, useful mod for finding leaks on your ship or base, especially when you're in space. And here's the original corridors to lead to our main base, or main part of the ship, the bridge. And on each side is a bit of a door here as well, which I do feel like I need to change it up a little bit. But these doors lead into what we used to have here was a reactor and a jump drive, but now I just load it up with gyroscopes for the time being. And this whole spot could be opened up, really. Like right here, this could be opened up. It doesn't necessarily need to be sealed. This was the original ship that's merged in here, so we could open it up. I just left it like this for the time being. Although I could just, you know, open it up from here, put in a window or something like that also, just in case. Which might be a good thing to do here, but we have that going on, which is the projector and building repair. But yeah, there's a lot of empty space here that we could open up and put stuff in. We could even put the jump drives in here if we needed to. But I'm not going to do that just yet because I'm a little bit worried about the outer piece. It's all light armor, it's not heavy armor. So putting a heavy armor would be more sufficient and help it keep it intact. But I didn't do that just yet. But yeah, that's all that's in here. So unfortunately, I didn't get to put a large reactor in there. But we'll figure that out sooner or later. And everything else in here, this whole corridor, is basically that line that we had going towards this way. And of course, we didn't even do anything about this. But we do have it more covered, which is the projector and the gyroscope over here. But it doesn't help with the whole walking piece when we walk through like that. And then, of course, we can close the door. And we are now in our main part of our ship, which is more or less called the bridge. So I'm really glad that all this really worked out perfectly fine. Also, I don't know if I showed this, but I replaced this with a heavy armor instead of that beam because it protects the... what's it called there? And added another heavy armor right here. Oh, no, actually, light armor. I thought I put heavy armor here to protect the seat. This should be heavy armor, but we'll leave it as that for now. And I'm pretty sure I did a projection for it as well. Not completely certain, but yeah. We also did a projection and potentially not had it in the right place as I kind of reset its positioning. And I heard some welding. So I think some of the stuff that got welded is probably inside and down here. And I did realize I did remove some pieces. Yeah, right here got kind of blocked out. I think it's the projection. Yep, okay, that would have been an issue. The projection got welded up because of, it wasn't in the right place. Whoa, that could have hurt really badly. So the projection was positioned in a really weird place, so then it started welding up a lot of pieces that didn't necessarily need it for it to weld. Like these pieces, they don't belong there. So I think that should fix it up a little bit. And I hope I didn't kind of project the wrong pieces. I hope. I'm just gonna grab these off for now. Make sure they go away where they have to go away. Alright, so that belongs there. Yeah, see how it's a little bit different? That's what I was afraid of. I think the welders that we have here actually weld up some of the pieces there, which is fine. And I think I'm missing a welder on that side too. So I'm gonna have to grind out the insides, the innards, to kind of figure out what's happening in there and redesign a little bit. But for now, we should be fine. I mean, it's not going to be an issue. It's extra protection, if anything. But yeah, we got rid of some of the weapons up top, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Here's that little corridor right there. And here's our little walkway. Of course, these thrusters, they're not close enough to burn things down, I believe, because it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks away, which should be okay. But I would want to move them anyways, just in case. So, how well does this ship fly? Well, I don't really know for certain. Because I haven't really flown it too much. I did maneuver a little bit out of the base for a little bit. And got it back in there. So it should fly okay. Alright, so the aggressor Seems like it's just sitting still now, which is a good thing. Where's the other ship? It's probably just floating around somewhere. Who knows where at this point. But I think it's time to go. I think that's a good walkthrough of the ship anyways. I mean, we're eventually going to build a smaller ship in there. I don't know if it's going to be a large grid or a small grid ship just yet. Probably a large grid. Hopefully we can fit it in there. We could potentially fit this thing in there, I think. But this is the Thrasher. It doesn't have any weapons at all right now, but we probably will add some more in there. All right, so but with that whole thing built out, merged in, designed, we're ready to continue with our adventure outside of building. So let's go for the aggressor if we can. Let's see here really quick. Do we have all the shells that we can use? It looks like we have all the ammo in here. We have a lot of cargo. We have a lot of ammo. So I think we should be okay to get out there and start shooting down some ships, basically. Alright, moment of truth. How well does this thing maneuver? Well, side thrusting is actually not too bad at all, it looks like. Moving left and right. It's roughly about the same, although we did add a whole bunch more thrusters and gyroscopes. So not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna retract our connector up front, which was down there. It's gone now. Let's go to a Reaver Aggressor. It might not have much more weapons left on it, but we're gonna fly there and see what we can gather out of it. Our weapons are on. Let's turn out thrusters. Oh, not thrusters. Our welders on. Let's just make sure our turrets are completely on. Looks like they are. Let's just do this. The Pirate Vulture on the right-hand side too, so that's interesting. And I know most of you mentioned they're supposed to spawn drones and stuff, but I don't know if they are spawning for some reason. If it's not, oh, I have enabled drones, so it should work out, but for some reason it doesn't seem like it. And I have some issues here. So I have thruster issues. So let's see if I can fix that before we get there. Actually, fix it later. We can go dampeners off to deal with this first. I just don't want it to disappear. That's why. That would have been terrible if it does disappear, and we could get a fairly simple, easy ship here that's been attacked already. So let's just hope for the best as we get close to it. We'll turn dampeners back on once we hit 1 kilometer. Right there. Let's see if it's got any more weapons. I hope it does. And it does. All right, perfect. We're just gonna shoot it down as much as we can. Okay, it doesn't seem like to be moving, so it might be shooting NPCs potentially. But I just want to get rid of all the weapons, and then I could go and steal the ship in that case. Alright, where is the weapons? Or is it not shooting weapons? Hold on. It's not. Alright, so all the thrusters I added in there, not necessarily focusing the right things. So, potentially, this ship was pretty much for our taking. I completely forgot to deal with all that. Ooh, okay, all those are collecting. Well, that kind of works out, I guess. Oop, that's a big chunk of ice. Big chunk of ice. Is it gonna get in? Ooh, that looks a little scary. I hope it got it. Yeah, I think this ship could have been ours without all this destruction. Yikes. That should be okay. Okay, let me extend the collector because it is shifting everything around a little bit and making me fly a little bit odd. It's actually still moving my ship for some reason. Oh, that's not my ship that's moving. It's that ship that's moving. That's what it is. Alright, we need to connect into it and let's stop it. We do need to stop it from flying. So I might have to put in an ion thruster really quick here if I can. Okay, so the thing I did to this is a little bit hard to grab stuff now. Alright, gee. You know what? I messed up also because it looks like I didn't put any anything in our ship. So that's a bit unfortunate. All right, we might have to do a bit of maybe a landing gear situation if we even have the parts for it. We might not have enough mats for it. Yeah, it doesn't look like we do. Looks like I'm missing a bit of steel plates. I'm gonna have to gather that from here, which should be fine. And we should be able to get into it or use the landing gear to grab it. It should be a problem. I know it's moving a little bit, so it should be okay. All right, let's get in there. Let's grab this ship. We should have checked our weapons. Yes, we created new weapons. Of course, that was going to happen. Completely forgot about that aspect of it. Ooh, let's get it in the collector. All right, let's connect it from the back. We should be fine to do it. It's moving really, really slowly. I do wish... Oh, there we go. We were able to auto... follow it. So this works out. All right, let's just hook it onto there. We can. Ooh, I jolted the ship a little bit. All right, let's stop it. And just grab everything that's kind of floating around, especially that gyroscope, if we can. Here's a rotor head. Oh, my inventory's a bit full. All right, everything's just kind of floating off a little bit. Yeah, should definitely check the weapons first. So we probably destroyed a lot of things that we could have used. Potentially. A lot of batteries. There's not much left. Ooh, the hydrogen's probably gone. There's hydrogen there. There's a few thrusters remaining. This looks like a nice little piece that we could add to our ship as well. I don't know how well that's going to be, but I like the design of it as a thruster. Can we add it? Ooh, can we add it to the side here? That would look pretty cool if we did that. But it is fairly destroyed, which is the biggest problem. I'm gonna take it back and see what I can do with that. I do need two, so in order to make it a side piece, we probably have to project and weld up another one. But of course, a lot of it's destroyed, so it doesn't look that great. So let's see. Let's just kind of plan it out. Like, this is a nice large grid. It's got pieces that we don't necessarily need. And if we plugged it like right here, it might conflict with this. Potentially. It might. But it looks like something we could add there. So let's bring it back. I mean, we probably don't need all those batteries too. So we just need a bit of a shell. But it would be nice to have that kind of attached here, I think. And we can add more weapons. It becomes more protection for us as well. It'll make us a little bit more wider, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I think we're fine to do that. Let's bring it back. And I guess we can see how much it's gonna be to sell it first. Which is probably not too much. Ooh, the front's all messed up. But I think we could do something with this. So we're gonna bring it back and we could just leave it on our ship or station for the time being, if anything. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Alright, there's a bit of a ship after us, which is not great. But I'm gonna be able to outrun it, I believe, and I hope so. Yikes. It is really close. This is really close. I need to try to protect the ship from it being destroyed. Okay, I'm gonna hit my station a little bit. Or not. Yes, I did. All right, we're in this bubble now, which is kind of what I wanted. I think we're safe. All right, that was an interesting way to fly. And it's a Riva Carver. I don't think we ran into a Carver yet, did we? It's not even a significant ship. It has a lot of weapons, though. Look at that. It's got grinders, too. Wow. All right. I'm not going to deal with you just yet if I don't have to. I don't know if you're firing at me, but I hope not. Okay, I think we're in the bubble. Safe and sound. I do want to know how much the ship costs to sell. If not too much, I will probably keep it for myself if I can. Let's see here. What is the ship called? I guess we had to do... that was the aggressor. 1.9 to take it over. Ouch. And scrapping it would be 18 mil. All right, that's not too much. So, all right, we're going to keep it, I think. We'll put it somewhere. Put us on the side and keep it for now. I hope it doesn't fly away. I really do hope that that's not going to be the case. I should probably put it somewhere where it don't fly away. I'm going to try to leave it here for now. Or, where's my base? If I could put it on the base itself, that would probably be better. But either way, it's not going to go too well. Because that ship is still after me. Alright, so let me just see if I can do this. Landing gear. Nope. Is it going to move? It might fly away. Potentially. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. Alright, the carver is 3.18 away. So of course, we could turn everything on and go after it. Since it wanted to do a little bit of battling anyways. Might as well go ahead and return the favor here. I hope I didn't just nudge the ship away just now. Here's the carvers coming straight for us. And we're going to shoot down as much as we can in terms of weapons. Hopefully, we're doing a good job here. A lot of shells are shooting at it. A much smaller ship. So it might be fairly easy to get rid of everything. Ooh. Alright, there's not much left on this ship. Not at all, but at least we could collect some scrap and potentially lock into it. If it doesn't maneuver too much. I think I might be able to just grab onto it with the landing gear. Oof. We're good. And I should be able to slow it down and bring it back as well. This ship is more worse for wears. So we'll bring it back to base and just scrap it or sell it. Either one could do fine. This ship I'm probably just gonna sell. Wait, hold on. We're just gonna hang tight outside really quick if we can. Got to inspect this thing. And alright, there's not much left on this thing to be honest, so except for the batteries. Do we want to keep batteries? We could. And it's all light armor, it looks like. So nothing too significant. This stuff, the thruster components would be useful, so might be good to have. But yeah, let's just bring it back and sell it if we can. What is it that we can do a grid takeover? Nothing. Just the batteries left to do grid takeover. So, do we just throw in a helmet on here and call it a day? Would that work okay? Probably not, because the aggressor had a helm on there too, and nothing was able to... And I wasn't able to just grab it as well, so let's see. So, I don't know. Technically, free batteries, if we really care to do it that way. I wonder if we could do some kind of... Oop. Was not expecting that to happen. So I was wondering if we could potentially just do some kind of battery bay near our ship. And the batteries that we collect, we just merge onto it. Should we do something like that? It'll be interesting to do. Although, rough to do with a large ship like ours. We need a smaller ship to do something like that, obviously. So... Sounds like a fun thing to do to collect the power. And we don't have to keep it either. So, like, once we're done with it, we could just say destroy them or dismantle them. But we could also keep them too. It's not a big deal. I don't know what I want to do yet. I mean, if we could make some kind of bait, that would be awesome too. I think we should do that if we can. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I can barely tell exactly where we are, but I'm going to try to merge this. Got it. Okay, that kind of worked out. Not too bad. I mean, selling this would be worth it, but I think... Actually, it wouldn't be too worth it at this point, because it's got little to nothing left. But again, if we could keep this thing as a shell and put some kind of battery bay back here, that would be interesting. All right, we need to do a grid takeover. It would not allow me to go in. Okay. Our shields was blocking us because it's not ours. It's one. We could whitelist it, but I'm not gonna do that because it might whitelist another piece or another ship later down the line. I don't mind spending a little bit. It's only 2 mil for that, but it's about half a mil to take it over. That's fine. I think it's the batteries more importantly that took that piece. But yeah, let's do that. Let's try to make some kind of battery bay. It would be really, really difficult to maneuver and do that with this ship once again. But if we create a smaller ship that we said we were going to make anyways, I think that's going to work out. So we can line up some batteries back here. Right over here. I think that would be great. So like, we could put some merge blocks right here. And then we could do a whole battery bay over here too. So let's see. How should we do this? The merge blocks. We put a bunch of batteries. So we can put it here. Right around here. So merge blocks. We could get in. We can get in from here. Get rid of this here and here. Merge block here for now. I think we do something like. Ooh, that's interesting. So we put it here. How do we stick it in there? Do we do another merge block? Kind of going onto this, to that. I guess we have to do it that way. Yeah, and then we could get rid of them eventually. Yeah, okay, we line it up like this for now with merge blocks. And then we can move them out of the way. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit delicate to do. Let's just say merge it right into this piece. Ooh, I'm afraid of this. Oh, it worked out. Okay. perfect. Let me unlock the landing gear so that doesn't do anything bad. All right, we're good actually. That worked out pretty well, surprisingly. Now, this ship doesn't cost too much, or it's not selling for too much, so we could use it for ourselves. Now, it doesn't really fly, so that's the problem that we need to get this fixed on our ship first. And we could think about kind of cutting it down a little bit and then use it as what's it may call it? Use it for a potential side piece. The only problem now is that we're in a bubble. The landing gear is not going to work, so I'm going to nudge it out a little bit. I think I nudged it out a little too fast, which I shouldn't have done that. I'm waiting for it to go outside and landing gear. Okay, perfect. Landing gear is connected. Okay, we'll bring this back, get it repaired as much as we can. Ooh, the dampeners went crazy on us. All right, back to what I was saying. Bring this back to base. Where is our front? Right here. We'll get this repaired, and we'll think about how to get this all connected properly. We're kind of in the bubble, not necessarily fully in there, I think, right? We're in there. Butt sticking out a little bit, but just gotta make sure to check the radars. I mean, should be able to fly a little bit further. Yeah. Definitely need a camera, a better camera somewhere else so I can see a little bit better. Especially when I grab stuff like this. I'll try to get as far in as I can. I think that's gonna be good, right? Are we in the bubble? More or less, actually we are. All right, that worked out. Perfect. And this thing is getting repaired too. All right, interesting parking job, but this is gonna get repaired. As you see here, there's some things that we don't need, like this. Don't need that. Decoys we don't need, but I don't know if it's holding anything. Oop. Alright, I probably should not be doing that. And we did take everything over, so ooh. I could have lost out. Luckily, I did not lose out on that one, at least. I'll grab that. That is working out pretty well. Alright, the turret's all fixed up. I don't even know if it has ammo. It does have ammo. Okay. Let me not have this turret here. We could think of something else later down the line. And get rid of this piece here. This is being held on by little to nothing. We have gyroscopes. We got ion thrusters. We got hydrogen tanks. This one's got little to nothing left, but there's some ice going on there. This one's fully packed full. Here's a door to nowhere. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. More batteries that we could use. This one's there. Okay, that's fine. All right, everything's gonna fix up. There's ice in here, I think. Yep, there's ice. So that's what's charging up the tanks, which I don't necessarily want it to do that. It doesn't need it. I don't need it to do that. Because it's got one tank that's pretty filled, so I'm not worried about it too much. I'll just grab the ice. Doesn't matter. We don't need these, actually. So again, we're going to use this more or less of a shell. So I just wanted this part here. This whole ship, I probably want to mimic on both sides the same. And do an additional attachment right over here. It'll make the ship a little bit larger by a long shot, but I feel like that'll be a nice little addition to this as well. And if we need to, we'll project a separate one and weld it up from there. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. So it's gonna be a while before this whole thing gets repaired and we can mimic it on both sides equally. As you can see, like, this is pretty bad, or pretty badly damaged right here. But it's not too bad. Bad, but not too bad. And of course, we can make this very plain as well. So we just probably have to color it all in one color for now. And then we could design out the rest of it. So it is not necessarily the same on both sides, as you see here. But I think we're going to try and do it. Try to make it look the same on both sides if we can. And then we'll just make a shell out of this whole thing. That probably is going to be the best bet there. So we'll wait for that to kind of fix itself. I don't know how close we are to get these fixed up. We probably are able to get it fixed up, but the problem would probably be the thruster components. All right, let's just get rid of them for now. We don't need it looks like. So we don't have to waste any what's it called, mats on getting that fixed. All right, so all the batteries over there are gone. Do we need this much batteries on here? Probably not, but I mean, we probably should get rid of some of them, like these on the bottom. Too bad they're not equally distributed. It would have been nice. Definitely would have been nice if it was equally distributed, but they're not. So we could kind of begin planting what we can plant down to mimic both sides, right? Or at least try to mimic this for now. And not necessarily the same. Huh. Is it? Or is it? Oh no, I think it's too deep here that got destroyed. I think. So that's why it's not looking the same. Pretty interesting kind of ship here. So it's supposed to be like that, I guess. And where's the middle? So the middle is right here. Wait, why is it looking so crazy though? So if that's the middle, this design and this design shouldn't be the same, right? That should look like this actually. No, I messed that up. Okay, that's my own fault. So here was just plain yeah, just plain half block there. Right here is where it's supposed to be the same, I guess. Hard to say, but we're gonna try that. And I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be covered like that. And we'll just try to keep the design. Actually, no, that's completely wrong too. Well, this is. It's supposed to be like that. I'm assuming it's gonna be a design like this. I hope. And we'll just throw in that there. That should fix it up a tiny bit in terms of what it's supposed to look like. Interesting pattern for a light armor block there. All right, so that's what it could potentially look like, or should be. The innards we need to fix. So the helm should be. Let's just put the helm over here for now. If I ever need to fly it. I'm gonna open this up really quick, right? Oh, that's conveyors. Conveyors and conveyors. Okay, so we just do this. And same thing with that. I don't know what's over here. There was supposed to be some batteries over here. Which we could do 3 batteries and drain the rest of those batteries down here, which shouldn't be a problem. We'll lose some mats, but it's not significant. It should be fine. I don't think we need that much batteries here, so do I put them back? Do I not put them back? I don't know. I mean, I could put one here. You should probably put it straight down the middle like this and do that instead. But I don't know if I should do that. All right, let's leave it for now. We could find a way to take these batteries out meticulously and drain them if we want to go that route. I don't know if I want to go that route. But kind of going back to this here, we could use this and do... Oop. We want to do this to discharge, actually. We don't want these to take up or take more batteries that it doesn't need. Let's just do discharge for now. Oop, we can just do... Yeah, we have to do it this way. Discharge these so we can get more battery out of them. What is this? Ion thruster. Huh. We still have an ion thruster in this thing? We do need to get rid of all this, though, which we didn't take care of yet. We'll just do that now. Alright, so we could line up the batteries all throughout here, no problem. Which was kind of the plan. Alright, so we can stick it out like this. That'll be awesome. And we can turn all these into batteries eventually. I think that would be great. So we just gotta line it up as much as we can. Like, these are planted in there already, which is great. That's exactly what I kind of wanted anyways. If we could line up more down here, that'll work out as well. We could potentially get rid of the ones that we don't need. Like this one that's sticking out. So we could remove that if necessary. But probably not yet. And then we just line them up here. So basically, we have one to line up over here as well. We need a smaller ship to navigate all this, though. Or potentially this Thrasher could help navigate that and move things. Hopefully. Alright, there's still something on fire here that... Yeah, there's a lot of things that's... Okay, so more or less the ion thrusters. We'll take the ion thrusters... So we can keep the thruster components. Do we not have thruster components? Is that why it's like kept on fire? Potentially. Everything else is fixed, so we really don't have thruster components, do we? We have some. Okay, I'm not sure why it didn't go through build and repair. I could grab it. Okay, that's fine. Huh. A little bit odd, but okay. Maybe we're a little too far from the repair zone, which I think we are. Yeah, we are, it looks like. So some things are not being repaired. But yeah, it's going to take some time to really get this thing back in order. Although there are going to be some things we need to remove. So not everything on here can stay. We just got to figure out what that is that we need to remove and what could stay. And if it's symmetrical, so one side needs to go. So if it, whether it's top portion or the bottom portion needs to go, we got to figure that out. So like these thrusters here, which one should go and which one shouldn't go, right? So if this is right side up and we attach it, I kind of want to attach it a little lower, but I think these are going to have to go. Some of these at least. Yeah, some of these definitely have to go. These, that downwards got to go. Yeah, a lot of the downwards got to go. So we don't need those thrusters. Not yet, though, because we do need to maneuver the ship a little bit first in order to do that. Some of the other thrusters, like these thrusters, likely going to keep. So obviously, we should kind of redesign it a little bit. Or keep with the design of the ship, if we can. I'm guessing much of this was supposed to be like that. Hopefully. I feel like we're a little off here, which we probably are. So, like, what is going on here? This. Why am I doing this to myself, actually? It's me who's making it looking awkward a little bit when it comes to those pieces for some odd reason. Okay, I think it's flyable, which is great. Not sure how flyable it is, but yeah, again, there's still a lot of things that we need to fix up in order for this thing to maneuver a little bit better. Or not maneuver a little bit better, but like to keep. We need to figure out what we're keeping and what we're not keeping in this case. And there's still something on fire, which is this here. So grab all the ion thrusters at least. We should be good. Oh, there's more here. We could probably keep those. Actually, we should have kept those. Yeah, we should have kept those. Okay, this piece is barely attached to anything. That's not good. It's hanging by a thread, I think. Luckily, that didn't come off. But that means, yeah, it's a design issue. It's definitely a design issue if that's holding by. Well, yeah, it's not really. I thought it's held by an ion thruster. It's not. It's not really held by an ion thruster. It is held on by these plates here. I will put that on. We'll leave that one on. So if we can mimic the front, that'd be great. I'm not sure how well that's gonna look, but that's the plan. We want to mimic it towards the front to be the same. Although the hydrogen thrusters being put here might not work out best. Or would it be okay to do that? Let's see if I could just fly this thing and put it away somewhere. I think it's got all its thrust. Yeah, it's got all its thrust. We just need to put a connector somewhere so we can connect to it. We'll connect it to that piece right there. Yeah, I think that's what we do. So we just need a front connector. And if we need to, we could do it through some kind of connection point as well. And we don't really see a good one, but let's just do a piping so we know we can remove it. We'll do that. And we'll put a connector right here. We'll put in, I guess, a cockpit right over here. Why not? So we can see. We'll let that kind of connect itself. And we can get rid of this thing here. And we should be good. This thing should be able to fly. I hope. It's got power. Well, that's my power, actually. Ooh. Alright, we got a bit of a dangle here. Ooh, this thing flies a little bit fast. Ooh. How much does we said this cost to sell? Was 15, right? Whoa, this thing's fast. Oh. We have an issue. We don't have any front thrusters on here. Forgot about that. Alright, we gotta spin to slow down a little bit. Well. We don't have all the thrusters. Interesting. I thought we said, okay, we need to plug in a little bit more thrusters on here really quickly. I don't know how to stop this thing just yet, but hopefully that wasn't too dizzying. We're gonna get ourselves netted in right over there. Hopefully we don't have any right thrusters as well. All right, so if we could slow down. All right, let's just leave it as that. Where's the thrusters issue? We don't have any front thrusters. This is one thing that we need to get some front thrusting on this thing before it flies away. All right, get some front thrusting first. One here, one here. And we needed some side thrusting. All right, so it's not connected. That's the problem, I think. So we just need to find a way to connect that. Unless we just ran out of hydrogen. Or no, is this the hydrogen tank that's empty? Yes, it is. So we just need to connect the two hydrogen tanks together and we should be fine that way. Should have kind of saw that coming. All right, there we go. Get that in there. That should more or less get that part. Ooh, oh shit. Oh no, we're safe in the bubble. What is that? A drone? Yeah, it's a drone. A measly drone. I'm not worried about that. Our ship's in the bubble. We should be okay. Okay, let's just double check everything here. It seems to be still an issue. No hydrogen connection on here for some reason. It shouldn't be on stockpile. Oh. Alright, that's interesting how that is not getting anything. Even if we stockpile it. Oh, here's a problem. Shoot. We might be in a bad shape here if we can't get the hydrogen through here. So let's just connect it through here. That drone might come after us. And of course we just ran out of mats right there. Alright, come on. Turn it back on. We can fly it. I don't understand why that side is not working. Alright, it is working now. Alright, good. Whew. That would have been a bit rough if we couldn't fly away. Because that drone was just sitting outside too. Alright. We are okay there. Drone-wise, it probably can shoot me. It's not shooting me. It's a tunnel drone. It's got drills. I could easily just take it over, to be honest. Got a sensor here. Let's remove that. Get rid of the timer block. Get rid of warhead. I think that was going to explode in our faces. Not completely sure, but it could have. We could just scrap it, to be honest. We'll leave it there. I think it's actually being dismantled. Oh, I think my building repair dismantled it, so we should be okay. All right, let's get our big old ship back in order. And of course, we need to redesign this thing a little bit more because when it comes to docking on the side, we only have it on the right-hand side. So we can only dock it this way around. That's the problem. Why are my turrets shooting when they're off? Which one is on? And they're targeting weapons. Okay. I don't like that I thought I turned them off already. Actually, no, I didn't. Right? Did I? They're all grouped. Yeah, they're all grouped. What was that about? Yeah, I gotta figure that. That was weird. Anyways, before that all went crazy, I need to put another side connector somewhere else on the left-hand side so we can park it the other way around. It's just being able to park this way. It's a little rough because we always gotta spin it around and everything like that. And it's just a little difficult. Not a significant issue, but it's a little annoying that we have to always turn this around and go this way when we could just easily have went this way instead. But anyways, I think we're good here. I don't know why this projection is doing this. I think it just might be a color issue. Right? That can help it? No. It's just kind of like, it is on. The projection's on, so I'm not sure why it's kind of blinking like that. Which we could turn it off so it saves power. Yeah, we probably should turn it off to save power, to be honest. But there we go. So, ships in. Ships all connected. No issues. Merged in. And we found another ship. A car. Was it called? No, not the carver. This was the... Wow, I already forgot what this one is. This is the aggressor. The aggressor piece, once again, I think once we design it back out, we could tie it over here. I kind of want to do that. This back here is huge. So I want to tie something here that's going to make it a little bit wider as well. So we probably have to get rid of this assault cannon or artillery cannon. I think this is artillery. Yeah, artillery cannon. Get rid of it. Put in that piece right over here as a wing piece. So it'll be nice and longer. And I can put some more weapons on it as well. I'm probably going to project it and throw it on this side as well. So we have that. And we might potentially get rid of the front if we have to. Actually, you know what? What if we did this? Well, what if we use this as the front? But it's not as great of a weapon, though. I like this as a weaponry piece, offensive piece. That would look nice in between, to be honest. So should we do that instead? If we make it as in... Well, we can't because it's thrusted over here is the problem. So making it in between doesn't work out. All right, no, you know what? If we find a nice looking ship, we might do that. But I think that those two would be nice wing pieces right over here. So we just probably add it over there as wing pieces. I also realized we could do a little bit of a designing piece over here as well. I wonder if we could do something like this. No, we can't. All right, never mind. We had to build it off of this one here. So we had to do... If I want to build it off of something, I was thinking of doing something like this. I gotta be faster than this, of course. All right, build that in here. And now we can put in a half block throughout from here to here if we need to. Could probably just do that right now. Let the build and repair figure it out. And boom. There you go. Just a little bit of an added design there for now. It also kind of keeps the this piece intact a little bit more as well, just in case something does happen. Highly doubt that will happen, but just in case. But yeah, so we were able to get 2 ships, sold one for nearly nothing. Grab the aggressor back so we can at least plug it into this ship. But more or less, the whole episode was about showing the time lapse of the redesign of the Havelock into our ship, and it's looking good. But it looks like more evolution is coming up because we need to get this thing all designed out and throw it on the side. So since we can fly this now, so here's what it could potentially look like. And I hope I don't destroy anything here, but because this thing moves a little bit too quick and not slow down enough. So potentially, I can't even see anything, but I'm thinking it's going to be like that. Alright, let's... If we could tilt this thing a little bit better, then we could tell. A lot better. So something like this is what I'm going for. I can't see because of the sun, but I think this would work okay. Yeah. We need to back it up a little bit. I think we want to have it connected towards the middle. This is the middle right here. Let's just paint it. If I could put a camera here, that would probably be a smart thing to do. Camera right here, view. So basically, we're going to back it up a little bit. Oop. Alright, we got to stop moving this thing. Alright, the camera, I did a little bit oddly. So I'm not really confused on the direction that we're in. Alright, that's as close as I probably feel comfortable with. So if I add this here, it would look like that. And it should get as close as this turret, basically. So that's the look that I was going to go for. Let's see. Does it look okay? Alright, it definitely works out in terms of the thrusters. It looks not too bad. Obviously, I think more color would make it look better. Yeah, this looks okay. It's not too bad. And I could load up weapons on the side. We don't need all these thrusters. That's the thing. So, yeah, this works out. Unless I get rid of this whole thing that I designed out and plug this in a little bit closer. Because that's also a potential thing we could do. And if we did that, if we did that, this becomes a bit in jeopardy. These Gatlings here, which isn't a big deal. This goes away. Okay, we might have to do that. That might actually be better. Yeah. We get rid of this piece, extend it out to where I want it to be. Or we only slice it down this right here and attach it. Yeah, I think we do that instead. We slice it down here and attach it so then we can still keep what we can keep, which is going to be the thrusters and such. Actually, yeah, no, not here. Cut it down this way, right here. And we'll merge it in from there. We'll keep it and it'll get stuck in there and it'll match okay. Yeah, I think we do that. That's probably the better bet. And I didn't put it directly in the middle, did I? No, I don't think I did with the ship. Well, kind of hard to say because we need to design it. But I think we merge it into this so it looks seamless. So we don't have this here. This gets all cut out right over here. Get merged in from here. Design it for a nice attachment. And that should be good. Yeah, that definitely is going to work out. But we do need to redesign this whole entire ship itself to make it look decent. So we need to go up. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, definitely looks nice to merge it there. Do we make it modular is another question. If we made it modular, it'd be nice to have this thing separate and fly out. And it could be a drone. That could be an idea. But if we did that, some of the thrusters need to come off. Okay, that's an idea we can think about or play around with. If we do it that way again, yeah, if we do that version of it, the downward thrusters on the ship should be made so that it doesn't impact or burn the ship down and able to fly it. So there's a bit of manipulating of the ship in order to do that. So it's definitely a good idea, a fun idea, if we do that. And I think that's the route we're going to go. Let's make it modular so we could just have it come out if we need it to. So if we do that. Who's hailing me? Damage research vessel. I know it's a trap, obviously, but who's hailing right there? That's probably something we're going to have to go and get in the next one. If it's still there. But our ship's repaired, so we could definitely go ahead and do that. But yeah, I think we made this modular. Then that means we do have to leave this and not merge it in there. So we do lose our artillery turret here, which is fine. Yeah, let's make it modular. I think that would probably be the better bet. Let's take a quick look at what this damaged vessel looks like really quick. It's a fairly small one. But I'm sure it's got some weapons there too. I'm sure once I get towards it, it is gonna hail for something to come closer to us, right? Let's actually, you know what? Let's just go check it out really quick. Unlock. And let's go check it out. Let's see what's going on there. About 3 away, not too far. Let's go see. I'm pretty sure it's gonna hail a bigger ship or something. But hey, If it's a bigger ship, even better. Nope, there's a mayday right in front of us too, that way. But let's go see what's this thing all about. Pretty sure it's gonna hail a bigger ship. And if it does, it does. Alright, it's definitely an enemy because it's red. As you see there. I'll turn off my weapons for now and see what happens. It's actually damaged though. Huh. Nope. It is a fake deceptive drone. So you can definitely be destroyed. Oh, there's a lot of drones all around us. This might not be good.